For 4 years he lived in a concrete cage with no name, no toys, and no idea what love felt like, until one beach changed everything. This is Teddy, an ex-breeding dog, spent his entire life in a cage being used to produce puppies for profit, and when we drove 4 hours to meet him, we had no idea if we could save him, or if he was too broken to ever trust humans again. But what happened on that beach, it's something I'll never forget. Here's what most people don't know about breeding dogs. They're not pets. They're kept in cages, sometimes their entire lives, producing litter after litter until they're no longer profitable. No walks, no play, no human affection, just existence. Teddy had never experienced any of that. When we first picked him up, you could see it in his eyes, pure terror. Show B-roll of scared dog. The moment we brought him home, every instinct told him to run. You'd put him down and he'd bolt straight to the nearest corner. His whole body would shake if you even tried to touch his paws or stroke his head. He'd flinch like he was expecting to be hurt. And look, I get it, you might be thinking, just give him time, he'll come around. But this wasn't normal fear. This was a dog who had learned that humans only brought pain. 4 years of that will rewire a brain. But we had a plan, and a little help from an unexpected teacher. Enter Buddy, our other rescue dog. Now here's where it gets interesting. Teddy was terrified of humans, but with Buddy, almost immediately he was willing to play. It was like dogs were the only creatures that had ever shown him kindness. Buddy became his mentor, teaching him what toys were, showing him it's okay to wag your tail, demonstrating that not everything in this world wants to hurt you. But even with Buddy's help, Teddy's relationship with us, especially with my partner Mitch, was complicated. He wasn't just scared. He was submissive in a way that broke our hearts, like he was trying to appease Mitch so he wouldn't hurt him. Every interaction was him saying, "Please don't hurt me, I'll be good." 3 weeks in, we decided to do something that probably sounds crazy. We took Teddy to a little beach cove in Devon. We looked at each other and asked the question, should we let him off the leash? Now understand, this dog had never been outside a cage before coming to us. He was terrified of everything. Cars, other people, loud noises, open spaces. We were genuinely afraid he'd bolt and we'd never see him again, but something told us he needed this, so we unclipped the leash, and for the first time in his life, Teddy was free. His face, I can't even describe it, pure disbelief, then joy. He started leaping, actually leaping through the sand like a puppy. We stood there crying, watching this dog who couldn't even let us touch him suddenly running with absolute abandon. And here's the crazy part, he didn't run away, he kept running back to us, going between the two of us, seeking reassurance, making sure we were still there. It was like he was saying, "Is this real? Can I really do this?" In that moment, we saw who Teddy was supposed to be. Not a breeding machine in a cage, but a dog. A joyful, playful, trusting dog. But I need to be honest with you. That beach moment, it wasn't a Hollywood ending. It was one perfect moment in a much longer, much harder journey. Recovery isn't linear. Teddy still has bad days. Days where he's terrified of the world all over again. Where the old fear comes flooding back. Some nights when he first started sleeping in our bed with us, we wouldn't even move. We'd lie there completely still, barely breathing, because we were afraid one wrong movement would scare him away and break the trust we'd been building. We'd be lying there in the dark, giggling like children, just overwhelmed that this dog, after everything he'd been through, somehow found the courage to trust us. Now here's what people don't tell you about rescue dogs, especially ones from situations like Teddy's. It's the tiniest victories that completely overwhelm you. The first time he showed me his belly, I sobbed. The first time he voluntarily came to us for affection, instead of running away. Emotional wreck. The first time he played with a toy, we filmed it and watched it on repeat for days. Every single obstacle he overcomes, no matter how small it seems, is massive. Because we know how far he's come. We know what he's fighting against. Here's what Teddy's story reveals about something much bigger. Right now, thousands of dogs just like him are sitting in breeding facilities. Concrete cages, no names, no love, just production. And when they're no longer profitable, most are euthanized. The lucky ones end up in rescue. We got lucky with Teddy. He's still healing, still learning what it means to be a dog, but he's making it. Many don't. The breeding industry doesn't want you to see these stories. They don't want you to know that the puppy in the window might have parents living exactly like Teddy did. Today, Teddy sleeps between us every night on our king-size bed. He's learned to play. He's learned that hands can be gentle. He's learned that not every loud noise is a threat. Is he completely healed? No. He's still terrified of certain situations, still has moments where the past comes rushing back, but he's not that dog in the cage anymore. And here's what Teddy taught us. Trauma doesn't just disappear, it's always there, lurking, but it can be overcome, slowly, painfully, one small victory at a time. That day on the beach, that wasn't him being cured, that was him having one moment where the joy outweighed the fear, where he got to be the dog he was always meant to be, and the more of those moments we can give him, the more that dog emerges. If you're thinking about getting a dog, please, consider adoption. Consider rescue. Dogs like Teddy are waiting right now, wondering if anyone will ever show them kindness. And if you already have a rescue with a difficult past, know this. Every tiny victory matters. Every moment of trust is a miracle. You're not just training a dog. You're teaching a living being that the world isn't only pain. Teddy's still recovering. He'll probably always be a little scared, a little hesitant. But when I see him run on that beach, when I watch him curl up between us at night, I know we made the right choice. He deserved to be loved. And now, he is. If this story moved you, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to understand what rescue dogs go through. And if you want to see more of Teddy's journey and other rescue stories, subscribe and hit that notification bell. The more people understand the reality of breeding dogs, the more lives we can save. Thanks for watching, and give your dog an extra hug tonight. Whether they're a rescue or not, they deserve it.